God bless you wherever you are, name by name, city by city, state by state, country by country, wherever you are or what you're doing. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast today. One of the things I want to talk about, and I've kind of touched on it on my fan page, is all about human communication and how it affects relationships and marriages. Now, before I get started, I don't want to take you all away from the services that you all are attending, wherever church you all are attending, wherever you're at. Again, God bless you name by name, city to city, state to state, country by country. I have to talk about it because it's very important and very essential to get my point across so people can understand the purpose of why I went live on this broadcast. I say one thing, and I don't know how y'all gonna take it. But one of the things I want to talk about, like I said, is human communication. There are three things that concerns human communication. If I had a graph chart, I would show you, but I don't have one, so I'm gonna have to use my memory. Yes, right, I said my memory to tell you graphically what human communication is based on. And it's based on three different things according to the memory chart that I have in my head. So watch this. Human communication is 15% based on what you say and how you say it, 35% concerning the tone that you use, and another 50% body language. All right? So as such, if you have the 35% the tone that the individual uses and another 50% body language, so guess what? Then you have an issue with that. In other words, you turn out to be what's called a ratchet person, or just, in essence, basically a hood rat. In other words, somebody wants to have the hand on hip, the head waggling, and they strike all kinds of various poses and give the other person the automatic transmission of the neck, wanting to be victims of their own demise and their own stupidity. So as such, they don't want to own up to it. So when it's being addressed to those that have been failing in their relationship and in their marriage, let's try to fix it. All right? Now, I said this before and I'm going to say it again. In most marriages, 50% of those marriages end up in divorce, and only 80% of those divorces have been initiated by women. So you do the math. The law is more than likely going to be in favor of the woman every time. When that happens, she's going to be entitled to half of everything of what you got. That means you'll have to end up paying your woman, well, used to be woman, spousal support for the rest of your life as a man. You have to keep paying child support to your children until they turn the age of 18. Plus, on top of it, you might have to end up paying transitional support. Also, she's also going to be entitled to your 401k, the house, the cars, and even the kids get full custody of that. But you'll still have visitation rights, but you'll have to end up paying child support to the children until they turn 18 years old. And it's sad but true. And the reason why this is happening in many instances when it comes to relationships and marriages that are crumbling and being destroyed because of lack of communication. And I can't stress that enough. Once again, human communication is 15% based on what you say and how you say it, 35% concerning the tone that you use, and another 50% body language. So I find it interesting and intriguing, but not surprisingly, it happens all the time. When it comes to the 35% the tone that the individual uses and another 50% the body language that they use, I find it very intriguing that some of these people have some issues with that and it needs to be changed. So how can we change that? Well, first off, learn how to compromise. All right? Secondly, figure out a plan on how to make the marriage or the relationship work. For those that are in relationships or planning to get married, or those that are already married, find a way to make it work. One of those ways to make it work is through communication. communication is the key to any and every relationship along with any and every marriage. It is important and very essential to communicate with your spouse or mate and figure out how it's going to work out. All right? Now, my prayer for you all today is this. If you're going through something in terms of your marriage falling apart or your relationship becoming a recipe for disaster, check this out. Pray about it. And if it's not going to work out, remove yourself from that individual and run for the hills if necessary. All right? Now, I'm going to be doing a 2-part on running for the hills just for the men. All right? I'm not going to do it today. I'm not going to upload it today, but you will check that out. All right? As a matter of fact, I think I did the first part for running for the hills, and that's for the men. Second part will be coming up. That's also going to be for the men. And I will be giving some theoretical tips along with that part 2 of running for the hills just for the men, but I will upload it as soon as I can get a chance. But keep in mind, human communication is based on 3 things graphically. 15% on what you say and how you say it, 35% the tone that you use, and another 50% the body language, okay? So keep that in mind. If that fits you, then work on it. Figure out what you need to do to make yourself a better person. It is paramount that you do that. Without communication, no relationship or marriage can work if you don't have communication. You can compromise all you want, but you see, communication is definitely the key to any relationship and any marriage that you're in. So please do yourself a favor. Try not to get so caught up. Don't get too caught up in your own emotions and your own feelings. I know sometimes that can be complicated and it hurts like you know what. But you see, it's all about communication. I don't care what your relationship status is. If you don't have human communication skills in you, then you'll never succeed in life in terms of having a relationship that you want along with the marriage that you want. Yes, relationships need to be healthy for marriages to be healthy. But in order for that to work, you have to learn how to communicate. Number 1. Number 2, you must learn to look at yourself in the mirror and figure out what went wrong with you. I hope I'm talking to somebody today. But see, it's very important. If you follow those 2 steps that I just told you, I'll repeat it again. First off, number 1, learn how to communicate with your spouse or mate. And number 2, if that doesn't work, work on yourself by looking at yourself in the mirror and figure out what went wrong and how can you fix the problem. See, that's why 50% of marriages end up in divorce, and only 80% of those divorces, once again, are always being initiated by women. And as a result of that divorce rate, the divorce rate continues to go up at an all-time high. I hope I'm talking to somebody today, because somebody is going through a disaster when it comes to their marriage falling apart, crumbling, and their relationship's not the same as it was when they got together with you 10, 15 years ago. But I'm here to tell you today, start having better communication skills and somewhat learn how to compromise and figure out what went wrong and how can the relationship be salvaged and fixed along with the marriage. Because it can work if you have the right human communication skills. I'll say it again. For those of y'all that are just tuning in, let me tell you basically what human communication is graphically. It's 15% based on what you say, how you say it, 35% concerning the tone that you use, and another 50% concerning the body language. All right? Now, I'm done with that part. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I'm going to say it right quick. I want y'all to be blessed. I want y'all to have your Sunday dinner or whatever. And I hope you enjoy yourselves for the rest of the day. Because y'all know I love you. And again, God bless your name by name. Wherever you are, city to city, state to state, country by country. I pray that y'all take this theoretical thought in general as a blessing to you all. Because it may help some people, okay? I try my best to be positive and motivate myself and motivate others, because I don't want the same people going through another episode of Divorce Court or another episode of Heartbreak Hotel when it comes to having bad human communication skills, okay? With that being said, I'm Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. I want to encourage y'all to keep on grinding, keep on shining, and don't let nobody tell you any different, okay? With that being said, y'all have a blessed Sunday, and I will talk to y'all next time when I go live. Team Turnaround out. Have a blessed one.